Foreign Minister Samah Shukri participated in the 42nd round of the African Union Executive Council, which continued its activities for the second consecutive day in Addis Ababa at the foreign ministers level. The two-day conference discussed a number of issues and files of common concern, including the activation of Africa Free Trade Agreement, food crisis, boosting the economic integration, as well as activating the African Medicine Agency. The African Union Summit, entitled The Acceleration of Free Trade Agreement, will take place next Saturday, focusing on means of enhancing the economic cooperation among the African countries. On the sidelines of the African Union Executive Council, Foreign Minister Samah Shukri met the UN Secretary General Envoy to the Horn of Africa, Hannah Titi. Shukri also met with the African Union Envoy in Somalia, Mohammed Al-Amin Suwaif. The top diplomat reviewed the Egyptian experience in combating terrorism and expressed its readiness to share its expertise with the African mission in this file. Separately, Minister Shukri met with the Spanish counterpart José Manuel Alvarez, during which he lauded the Spanish balanced stance towards Egypt at the international forums. The talks tackled the latest developments in the occupied Palestinian territories and Libya, in addition to a number of regional files related to the security and stability of the Mediterranean countries. Minister of Waqf Mohammed Mukhtar Guma congratulated President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the Egyptian people and the Muslim and the Arab nations on the occasion of Isra and Mi'raj. During a ceremony held by the Ministry of Waqf on the occasion at Hussein Mosque, Guma said that the Islamic incident known as Isra and Mi'raj reveals the power of Allah the Almighty. Minister of Defense and Military Production Mohammed Zaki attended a ceremony on terminating the military preparation course of the students of the Military Academy and the colleges, including a number of students from some brotherly countries. The celebration was attended by the heads of the military branches, senior armed forces officials, and the media figures. The ceremony started with a sports performance by the newcomers, which includes a number of basic physical capabilities, self-protection, and fighting exercises. A number of students presented a shooting show and the individual's performance. Meanwhile, the Police Sports Union received a number of students with the special needs at the Interior Ministry headquarters. The union held a celebration for the students, during which an entertainment and artistic shows were displayed. The gesture comes within the framework of the ministry's humanitarian and social roles and its continuous support to the people with determination at all levels. Head of the National Media Authority Hussein Zain met the visiting Yemeni Information Minister on the means of enhancing media cooperation. Zain stressed the significance of continuing coordination with the Yemeni side. He further expressed the authority's readiness to provide experts needed to help boosting cooperation in the media coverage of different important events and in the joint program productions domain. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli held a follow-up meeting on the efforts for providing industrial lands nationwide in line with the industrial presidential directives in this regard. During the meeting, which was attended by the Ministers of Housing and Trade and Industry, The Prime Minister pointed to the procedures taken by the different state bodies to create an atmosphere attractive for the investments for all the sectors. Medbouri also referred to a recent meeting with a number of Turkish businessmen, the first of its kind in a decade, during which pumping new investments in the national market and expanding in the older investments was discussed. The meeting also touched on the pace of progress at the infrastructure projects across the country. Fitch agency stated that the Egyptian agricultural sector is considered one of the most important and promising sectors that directly encourages foreign investments. The agency reiterated that the Egyptian government is taking serious steps to curb the inflation rates, increase domestic production and the exports, and decrease the imports, as well as boost the investments and foreign currency reserves. This came in a report issued by the Cabinet's Information Center, which highlighted that the agricultural exports exceeded 6.3 million tons during 2022 by an increase of 624,000 tons compared to 2021. The report also pointed out to the investment opportunities of the agricultural sector through land reclamation projects, including the new delta, which is being implemented over 1 million fedans. Egypt's stock market indices collectively retreated, being affected by the selling operations by the Arab and the foreign investors. The main EGX 30 index lost 0.19%. The small and medium EGX 70 index lost 0.44%. The more expanded EGX 100 index lost 0.19%. The overall transactions and dealings within the session reached £3.1 billion.